Hello, everyone. My name is Kain, and welcome to the Ask Your Dad podcast, where we discuss everything all dad. I hope that everything's working. I've just kind of had problems all this morning with the OBS and whatnot. So I do generally apologise. It will get better, I promise. And as you can see, painting, background, it will all change. However, I just wanted to get something out there, just to get the ball rolling. So, hello everyone, my name is Kain. I'm 22 years old, and I am a father of two. So, I've got a 4-month-old, I think, coming up 4 months. Yeah, so he's 4 months in 2 Mondays. Yeah, so I have a 4-month-old little boy and also a 2-year-old girl. And so basically for this one, this is just the premiere. So this will be, talk about me, why I'm doing this, my kind of experiences and whatnot. So yeah, no, we're just gonna be talking about me, why I'm doing this, what kind of things that you can potentially come and see, and just a little bit about what's going on. So as I say, I'm 22 years old. I am a fibre optics engineer. For those of you who don't know, basically I just work with broadband and whatnot. I really need to stop saying so let's try and do that, boys, okay? But yeah, no, this is a show by dads for dads, and that's the kind of idea. So I realised that there really isn't a lot of stuff out there for men. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are bits and pieces. However, I like to watch podcasts and whatnot, if I'm honest with you. And I know there's a couple out there, but there's none that, kind of talks about the fundamentals and the problems and the stresses and kind of, talks about all the problems, or not even all the problems, but the problems and how to deal with them and just different bits and pieces. And that's essentially what I want. So there's going to be all kinds of manner of people on here. So my friends, as an example, are dads, older dads, younger dads. I had a kid at 20 years old. So for me, it was quite a change. So going from my teens to, being responsible for a person. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not some small thing. It's quite a big thing. But we'll be having all kinds of different people on, so as I said, so other fathers, professional speakers, potentially some famous people if we can get hold of them. I will try my best to give you the best content that I can physically give, but the one thing that I do think that is different from everyone else is you guys. I want to be interviewing you guys, talking about all kinds of different people from different backgrounds, from different places in the world, all that, and kind of getting your story and what helps with you, what you're struggling with, and essentially build a community around being a father. There's not really much out there, if I'm honest with you, where fathers can. You get the odd Facebook groups and everything like that, but yeah, I just think that there needs to be a community where men can talk about the good days and also the bad days. So I was thinking 2 o'clock in the morning, if my daughter or my son's up and I'm just stressed, I'll just start putting a little bit on the podcast there, and they're saying, this is my day, how things are going. Do you know what I mean? What would improve it? How am I going to improve it? Because men's mental health as well is a big thing, and as a dad, you've always got to put your family first. However, I feel like there needs to be more time for you. I struggle a lot with it. I can barely put myself first. Do you know what I mean? And I hate putting myself first. And this is part of my own work. I'm into meditation. And I would this is more of like a vent. Do you know what I mean? I can sit there and talk and discuss how I feel, and I can also meet other people who potentially feel the same way. I mean, every father is different, every child is different, but we all go through the same experiences one way or another. Um, and I think that it's always good to have someone there who has gone through that experience and had it in like a different, or like dealt with it in a different way to what you will be thinking. So, I mean, if I'm honest, I don't know how long this podcast is going to be. This one is just talking about me. There is no kind of topic, there is no kind of anything really. I mean, this could be 10 minutes, this could be 5 minutes, I'm not 100% sure how long it's going to be. So if you do enjoy it, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. This will be going out everywhere, so YouTube, TikTok, or I'll be putting it into smaller clips on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. It's going to be everywhere. I want to try and get the message across. So, yes. We do have a good little interview coming up with a content creator on YouTube who spent the last 5 years doing this, talking about or helping out men across the world. So I am very excited for that one. That will be coming in 3 weeks, 3 weeks roughly. Not 100% sure how I'm actually going to do it just yet, but I am focusing, and I will find a way. I've been a father for 2 years, and I've loved it. If I'm honest with you, I love being a dad. It's the best thing that has ever happened to me. It's the thing that, it put my life in order. I mean, granted, I'm not 100% like perfect in any way, shape or form, but it gave me, it grounded me, if I'm honest with you, like, I mean, I wasn't the best of people, I didn't have a job, I didn't really have a care in the world, and then, I had a gut feeling that my partner was pregnant a week beforehand, so roughly around September, the year before COVID, I had a quite a great fall. I wasn't happy, I was sad, I wasn't happy, I was sad. I wasn't happy, I was mentally drained. And I was just deteriorating, if I'm honest with you. My mental state wasn't the best. I wasn't like thinking about killing myself or anything like that, but I just felt so low and I was in this rut. And then from September till January, I was really in, like, just giving up with just the world, if I'm honest. Like, I was in debt. I was potentially going to get kicked out of my place because I didn't live at home at that point. I moved out at 17. But yeah, the situation itself really wasn't the best. I mean, I wasn't really in any kind of state to have kids at that time. Which, if I'm honest, I don't necessarily believe it's a bad thing, because I am a firm believer that the first step of solving the problem is noticing there is one, and change. Your kids are the best things that ever happened to you. That just love that they have for you, it's unconditional. Especially when they're younger. Like, my daughter, she's a proper daddy's girl, and she just loves me. It doesn't matter if I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm stressed, if I'm angry, if I'm, shouting or lose my cool. Doesn't matter. She just loves me. She wants a cuddle. She wants to give me a kiss. She wants to play. She wants me to fucking throw her about. Do you know what I mean? Like, she just loves it. And I think that is the beauty of having a child. There is nothing that you are doing that is set in stone. Everything can change. So, start of January, I had a gut feeling that she was pregnant. And I just looked around myself and I looked at the situation. I had my own room. So basically, I had a room that I rented out. I was on drugs. I was not working. I was in debt. I was just not a nice person to be around. I was quite an arsehole, if I'm honest with you. And I just looked around me and I was like, I don't want this for my kids. And obviously that year was quite hard for everyone because of COVID. But I just refused to allow anything to, knock me. So by the end of that week, I had a job. A month before my daughter was born, we got a flat. And I think it was the weekend beforehand, I was out of debt. And I also stopped doing drugs. So, it kind of, like I said, it was the best thing that happened to me because it really did sort me out. It pushed me and motivated me to just do better and give the best that I could. So, the only bad thing that what I did was all my depressed stuff. I just kind of pushed that to the back of my mind, and it's only now that I am trying to, go over it and everything like that. That was probably the only thing that I could have done better, but having my boy has made me realise that, so which is why I'm putting in the work and, doing everything I am now, rather than keep pushing it off. And do you know what I mean? Sorry that this got a bit deep. I'll try to make it more cheerful and all that kind of stuff, but as I sat there and said, it was just quite a hard time, and it was something that I needed, if I'm honest. I needed, the kick up the arse, because, as I said, I just wasn't in the best of places. And I hope that you take the positives out of it, because, as I say, it doesn't matter your situation, doesn't matter what you're doing currently, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter what you are doing, like, job-wise, or if you're doing drugs, or if you're fucking robbing people or stealing, it doesn't matter. The first step of solving a problem is noticing there is one, and all you got to do is, whether it's you or someone else, you just got to either take a step back and just look around you, do you know what I mean, and sit there and say, am I happy? Is this where I want my kids to grow up? Where do I see myself in 5 years? I mean, that itself is, I know everyone says it, but that in itself is, it's a fucking hard pill to swallow, especially when you don't even have a fucking clue. I mean, like I said, I was 20. All I knew and all I wanted was to make money, to make sure that my kids are provided for, and to give them the best life possible. I didn't know how I was going to do that. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do, but do you know what I mean? That's all I wanted, and that's still all I want now. I mean, I'm 2 years in, and my kids are provided for. I just want to make money, do you know what I mean? I want to give them the best life possible, and that has never changed. So, it doesn't matter what you're doing, how old you are, or anything like that, there is always a way. And yeah. But yeah, I mean, as I sit there and say, we've got some good things coming up, and I'm trying to reach, or trying to make content that will reach everyone. So, teen dads, as an example, I have a friend who was 17 when he had his first kid. That's quite a hard thing to do, especially at 17. But he's made it work. For the older gents, I have got a friend who is currently struggling a little bit. financially because he's just become a fire engine. He's become a fire engine. People, no, he's become. Oh my god, what are they called? But do you know the people who go around in fire engines? Oh my god, why have I had a brain fart? I can't remember what they're fucking called. Hang on, let me just look this up. I hope I don't keep this in. Fire engine job. I'm fucking no. Firefighter. Jesus, there we go. He's a firefighter. And at the moment he's struggling, you know. I mean, he had savings, which is imperative. I'm still trying to work that out, but it's imperative to have some kind of savings, even if it's just 50 quid a month. Do you know what I mean? That's 50 quid better than anything like less. Do you know what I mean? Because you can have bills, you can have anything kind of go wrong, and then you're fucked. So, but that's a whole different story. We're going to be just, you know, talking about different ways to become financially better. How much it actually costs to look after a kid, or like what things you should buy beforehand. Labor. I mean, this whole thing started when I was looking on YouTube, and I literally put in what to bring with me to labor, and I was literally just constantly searching, and there was nothing there. And I was like, what? Why is there nothing there? Like, surely, logically, there's going to be like loads of fucking people. Because let's be real, there is loads of resources for girls. Like, not even being anything. It's just facts. There is a lot of help out there. There is a lot of, you know, different like apps, different like I said, resources, advice, tips, you know, classes. I mean, not all the classes are for girls, but there's a lot more help out there for the girls or like for the mums than there are for fathers, and that needs to change. You know, fathers, we have voices, we have thoughts, and I mean, as much as we don't go through the physical hardship of it, we've also got the mental hardship. We've also got the physical hardship of when it comes, or like when the baby's there. Do you know what I mean? You've got the stresses, you've got the strains, you've got the fuck, I need to provide, I need to pay, do you know what I mean? I need to do this, I need to do that, and we've got so much going on, and there isn't enough help out there. So this whole thing started when I looked, because my partner was going to labour in a couple of weeks, and I wanted to get my bag sorted, and I just wanted to look and sit there and say, what to bring to labour? I mean, it wasn't nothing too complicated or anything like that, and I think, if I'm honest with you, there was only about 3 or 4 different videos out there, and they were either outdated for 4 or 5 years ago, bearing in mind that this was through COVID, so I wasn't expecting anyone to go through or like to have a COVID experience as such, but they were either all American, and I mean, I'm from the UK, but they were either all American or they were outdated. Like, generally, there was nothing that was really there for me to sit there and be like, all right, cool, this is pretty fucking helpful. I mean, some of the stuff that I did bring and whatnot came from them videos, but most of the stuff I kind of I just did for myself. I mean, I had an extension lead, I had my laptop, I had Netflix going. I mean, she was watching Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen while eating fucking Whatsits or something like that. Just loving life like she was at home. I mean, she loved it, if I'm honest with you. I think she wants to fucking go back in there, if I'm honest. But all jokes aside, there really wasn't much like there for fathers. And I mean, I keep on repeating myself, but yeah, no, this is the reason why I'm doing it. I mean, I have so many reasons why I'm doing it, and I do apologise. I will get better at this, I swear. But yeah, going back to the financial terms of it, just briefly. everyone sits there and says that, oh, you need so much money for a kid, and you need to do this, you need to do that. First and foremost, baby shower, or do you know what I mean, getting gifts from other people. We got everything. We had the bottle machine, we had the Moses basket, we had the pram, we had the fucking car seat, we had all like the utensils and like all the kinds of different stuff that you need. We got all that given to us. So I mean, if you've got family and you are lucky enough to have family, so if you are lucky enough to have family, I mean, do you know what I mean? Or even like siblings and, do you know what I mean? Like siblings or cousins, or do you know what I mean? Just any kind of family that potentially have had kids, or they still got kid stuff and whatnot, and they want to give it to you. I mean, it really does fucking help. You know, and you've also got places like Facebook Marketplace. That's the first one that comes off onto my head. But you've got all these, eBay. I mean, you can get stuff quite cheap and in your local area as well. So if you can't drive, or do you know what I mean? You can't do anything like that. You can go to these kinds of like websites and organizations and all that kind of stuff and get what you need to get. So for us, the only thing we really needed was clothes and baby milk. That was it. And I mean, baby milk, we used to spend about 50 quid a month on baby milk, and then clothes, that's another 50 quid a month. Do you know what I mean? Let's say £100 a month. Let's say we're balling out, do you know what I mean? But kids, you can just go to Tesco's or anything like that, and you get like 5 fucking thingies for a tenner. Do you know what I mean? Or Primark. I mean, I do Primark do baby clothes? I mean, I don't know, but it's just like a suggestion. Do you know what I mean? So for babies, there is no book on being a parent, because every kid's different, you know, every situation is different, and I think that is what it is. So yeah, but COVID though, that was an experience. Jesus Christ. I'm glad that's all over. I was 20 years old. I was in a room with 2 doctors or 2 nurses, and I was only allowed to be in there for 2 hours a day until she went into full labour. And I mean, we were up there, or she was up there the Friday, the Saturday, Sunday, and into the Monday. I did not sleep a wink. Jesus Christ, that was stressing my fucking life. That was so stressful. She was calling me up on Saturday, sitting there saying that she can't do this and that this is so painful, and that was the worst. And I mean, I'm on my own. Do you know what I mean? There was only one of us allowed to be in there, and she wanted me to be her birthing partner, and I had to calm her down while can't keep myself calm, because I can't show her that I'm calm, or I'm fucking stressing. Do you know what I mean? I can't show her I'm stressing, and I can't show her that I'm literally like panicking and sitting there thinking this is happening too quickly for my liking, even though I've had 9 months to prepare. But that was something that I really did wish I did, was just prepare. And I'm hoping that these podcasts that I do every week, you know, talk about different issues and whatnot, will help. You know, I want this to be by dads for dads, and I want this to be as entertaining but yet insightful and helpful as like best as possible. Do you know what I mean? And I know I ain't really been looking at the camera right now, and I am sorry. I'm a little bit fucking nervous, and I'm more excited because I really want this to work, and I really want this to become something. So yeah, I think that's all I've got to say at the moment. I will be posting this probably later on today, and we will be doing another one on Friday. I'm going to try and post these every like Friday or Saturday. I haven't 100% thought about a date just yet, just because of work and I've got to fit it in my schedule because I've got a lot of stuff going on. But I will be trying to make these as regularly as possible, and if I can't, then I will keep you guys updated on social media. Yeah, just on social media. So I will link all my. So I will link all of my. So I'll link all my socials down below. I'm also going to put my email for anyone out there that needs any help or would like to be on the show. Because as I sat there and said, I mean, I don't actually know if I sat there and said, because once a month. Yeah, so if you do want my email, oh no. So I'm going to be linking all my socials, like my social media, so my TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Why do I have 5 fingers up there? But Twitter as well. I'm going to be posting all of them on below. If you can give me a follow, I'd very much appreciate it. But also, I am going to be giving my email, because if anyone wants to be, or if I'm going to be putting my email down, because if anyone wants to just chat, I mean, do you know what I mean? I'm very much up for chatting. I'm very much up for just discussing how you feel. Even if you just want someone literally just to talk to and just sit there and say, look, listen, don't really want to talk. I don't know you, but I just want to vent. Do you know what I mean? You can vent to me. You can talk to me. You can discuss stuff with me. I would love to have some feedback, on the podcast, what things you want to see and everything like that. But also because I would like to have some guests, and I would like you guys, the viewers, to be part of that. So once a month, I want to get as many as I can. I don't know how we're going to do it yet, into a call or something like that, and just talk, talk about what's going on, your week, your month, your year. I mean, I just want to talk about everything. I want to know what's going on, what's your situation, how you're dealing with stuff, because you might have a conversation and then someone else in the call just says, hang on, why don't you try this? Or what about this? Or I've been through that. So at least you know that you're not alone. You know that there is someone else there who is going through the same stuff as you and has experience in it. And this is the whole thing. I want to try and help as many people out as possible. And I have big aspirations, and I have great ideas for this to help people. So I would very much appreciate it if you support me, like, subscribe, share, comment, talk to me. I will be, if I've got 1,000 fucking comments to go through, I'll spend the night commenting on every single one, making sure that everyone is asked, and everyone who has contributed gets a response. Everyone gets a response. I want everyone to feel like they're heard, because as men we are told to man up and told, we can't cry or we can't show emotion, and I think that needs to change. So yeah, this has been Kain signing off. I don't really know. I'm going to be coming up with a better intro and a better outro with all of this, but thank you all for watching. If you do want to hear more, or if you are intrigued and I haven't bored you half to death, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment, share, and also email me. Please email me. I would love to hear some of your questions, concerns, or ideas. I would love to hear it. So, but anyways, thank you very much. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, or rest of your night, or rest of your evening, wherever this is, or wherever you are listening to this from. And yeah, take care, guys. Catch you soon.